Alright, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, when it comes to Loop Hero today, we are, we're keeping it as simple as possible. We could build a farm. Hold on. Unlock still. We don't need a farm, though. We already got a farm. What we don't have is a smelter, which might be wise. And we don't have an intel center. I could have told you that. And we have... Oh, we do have an upgrade, though. Hold on. Plus 2% to potions healing effects, and you can carry 2 with you. Okay. You know what? I'll spend on that. I don't mind spending on that. Don't speak to me, okay? I'm not in the mood. What we are going to do instead is go on an expedition. We're going to play as the warrior because I kind of understand them, and we're going to start it up. We already are on the dyslexia-friendly font, by the way, which is something that has already come up, so don't concern yourselves. We did that on Wednesday's stream. And then, if I could place myself... here. This is high res. You might be right. Oh, it is. We had dyslexia on Wednesday. I guess it maybe the launch reset it. It's possible. Yeah. You're welcome. No TY necessary. You're welcome. All right, let's get in the groove here. That's good. Honestly, I just prefer an axe to a gladius, and then this is level 2, so I'm trying to think about how we want to play it. We want blood groves close to the camp. Rocks and mountains we can place together. We can also place them around. Ooh, I mean, it's not great, but it's loot nonetheless. We can place those and get ready for a potential treasury, perhaps. Second ring slot? No. Defense 2, evasion 9. Evasion 9 seems way better to me than defense 2, but I'm too lazy to actually run the mathematics of it. But I'll tell you one thing. Shield, we want to go defense 4 over defense 3. That's one I feel capable of evaluating. Slimes, we don't sweat them. Kite shield, equal. Regen. Regen I think is pretty good, but we don't really need it at the time being. I don't think we really need it. We're happy. I mean, 9% evasion. Regen is helpful. Now, we're in Chapter 2 right now, not Chapter 1. This is Chapter 2. I feel like we're getting a lot of unique loot already. Definitely like that. Bloodgrove, welcome. Welcome to being around the camp. Welcome to die. I did see a comment, are we supposed to know what's happening? Not really. I think if it's one of those things where I've struggled with how to explain, I think, when people are like, what's going on in this game? And I've accepted that I think that the best possible thing you can do is just be like, sorry. You can store this for a bit. I think, you know, because when you talk about it, you're like, oh, okay, so it's like a deck builder, but then on top of that, there's adjacency bonuses from these cards that you place, and then on top of that, it's an auto battler, and on top of that, you get loot nonstop. Like, it's a game that's very hard to compare to, you know, just any one or two other games out there. Like, it's got a, yeah, sure, it's got its own, does its own thing, which is why it's kind of like so compelling. You should go check if it's Chapter 2. I don't need to check if it's Chapter 2, because when the enemies do a secondary effect, that's something they don't do on Chapter 1. So I could not be more confident in... On top of that, I selected Chapter 2. So I think those two pieces of information together make me quite confident in my choices up hither to this point. Alright, keep moving. No meadows yet. No meadows necessary. Yeah, I'm Chandler. Could I be any more Chapter 2? Could I be wearing any more clothes? I will do it. Right now, raw loot, man. That's all you need. Raw loot. Raw loot level will carry you. Can of corn and I'll be alright. Can of corn and I'll be alright. You haven't even begun to play until you're playing a game of Where's Wally by the end. Where's Wally, huh? Is that British Where's Waldo? Now that I think about it, we probably should call it Where's Wally, because it seems like it was probably invented in England, is my guess. Just because don't take this the wrong way. Oh, that's much better. It's like, it's kind of like it's a silly thing, you know? Like a book that you don't read, you just look at a very complicated picture to try to find one guy. It's a little strange to begin with. Don't deny it. You know it. Search your feelings. You know it to be true. It's a little strange. Yeah, it's one guy. Okay, Super Mountain. Welcome to the Harpies. Because we shouldn't put the Super Mountain in the corner, because we'll get much more adjacency for other rocks and mountains if we place it one away, but it's okay. Some other streamers take an hour to get 4 loops. NL does it in like 2 minutes. Hey, you know, it's just, you know, there's different strokes for different folks. I have speed. I don't do many things slowly. And there's aspects of my life that benefits me in, and then aspects of my life that it inhibits me in, you know? In some situations, care is more important, and for me as someone who's not detail-oriented to that extent, I think it has a negative effect for sure. And then there's times where, like, you know, let me put it this way. You want me to be the guy leading your meeting, because I'm not afraid to interrupt people and be like, we can just talk about that after work. Like, do we really need to hold 15 people hostage in order to have, you know, 2 people have a conversation about something that's not related? You want me to be running your meeting. I think I'm content with my level 5 shield. Don't steal my loot. This one, I mean, yellow beats blue. In my world, yellow beats blue. Dude, there's so much unique loot. What the heck? Are they doing the thing that developers do sometimes, where they make the press build very hard, and then it makes the streamer look bad, and then when the game comes out, they've nerfed it so that the average player feels like they're so much better? No, it's the children who are wrong. Send them. Alright, level 5 loot. 18 to 28, you lose the attack speed, but you got 10% evasion. I mean, for now, we're not really at risk of death. I'll just equip good loot to start with. Vampirism 13 is not bad, though. Evasion 11 is pretty good, too. Higher quality is more stats, but the rolls are lower? Oh, I didn't know, actually. Okay, give me those raw resources. We got groves. I got groves in different area codes, you know? I'm just mixing them around here. Got a long way to go until the boss shows up. We can start to get some adjacency via these meadows, but for now, we don't really need to place them, so I don't mind losing a meadow or two. Similarly, apparently the road lantern is kind of useless as the warrior, so if that ends up dissipating, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind losing that meadow and that road lantern, honestly. Not worried about it. Okay, this is what we wanted to see. Treasury or state. Then you go meadow, 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 rock. And then we just chill. Then we just chill. What's the reason for not placing meadows? Well, at the time being, you know, we're healing to full every day anyway, so the meadows provide only an overhealing effect, which doesn't do anything. And I wanted to save them for potential, like, treasury pop adjacency bonuses, and, you know, if they decayed out of our hand and gave us a resource I don't get very much of, I would be totally fine with that as well. Alright, let's check this level. Get a new set of 3 traits. Full Hand of Oblivion. We've used that to save ourselves, you know, from time to time. And then Surveyor. I actually think I'd probably go Surveyor on this one. Just give me the raw HP for the time being. You know, level 2 we haven't done so well on. Give me some Sustain. And then, actually, now that I think about it, now that we've got that stuff, hold on. I mean, I don't even have to look at this, but now, the way that this works, adjacent roadside tiles when passing a tile, like in my world, I'm like, do we have Chrono Crystals in our deck? I can't remember. I don't think we do. Otherwise, I would like to Chrono Crystal, meadows. We'd heal like crazy. We could do, hold on. Let's do a road lantern here. You can't put meadows next to lanterns, huh? You removed them because you thought they were stinky. Well, they were stinky until just now. Now I want them. Times have changed. Oh, meadows don't fit next to roads. Ah, of course. Of course. Yeah, Jason is something we would want with, like, you know, spiders' nests and vampire houses, which I think we all, or I took them all out of my deck last time. We didn't look at our deck before we sent it on this one, which is a bad habit. Okay, okay, I don't mind. We more want counter or vampirism. I think that vampirism has kind of worked out okay for us. Let's leave it as... Oh, but the defense is better, too. Ah, whatever. I think I'm going to leave it as is. You're right. There is a higher level armor. Much better. Thank you. Thank you. I do get a little loot drunk in this game from time to time. You get so much loot you don't even notice. We have good sustain on this run, though. Nothing's going wrong for the time being. Mountains beyond mountains. Meadows just chilling. Waiting for our next treasury, honestly. Hey, Tomo. It's a little spicy. I think we're going to be okay. This battle might take a minute. All right, let's get Tomo out of here. Hey, Tomo. Hey, buddy. Dude, I got a genuine dilemma in my life. We keep getting someone else's tax documents sent to us in the mail because this apparently people in this city don't know their own phone number, which we've talked about in the past. How I keep getting like calls from hospitals for like some lady who keeps giving out my phone number as hers apparently. But now we're getting somebody else's tax documents that either like they accidentally put the wrong thing down, or on purpose, maybe they put the wrong thing down. So for the past, like, few times, I've just been putting the stuff in the mailbox, and then, HP's okay, we're about to heal. I've been putting the stuff in the mailbox, but then I wrote, like, wrong name on it. But then when it goes back to the postal service, I think they're like, I'll just, you know, send it back out, and then they send it back to us because the address is right, but the name is wrong. So I'm like, I don't know what to do about this. Now I've got a chore. Like, I have to call the Canada Revenue Agency and be like, hey, somebody's documents are getting sent to me. In the US, you write not at this address on it. You know what? I'm gonna give that a try. We got one out there right now. I'm gonna write not at this address on it. Return to sender. The mail's weird, right? Like, I do like evasion. I'm not going to deny that. Why write wrong name when it's wrong address? I don't know. It's not, like, here's the thing. I write wrong address. Like, sometimes I get mail in our mailbox that is like 2 numbers off or something like that. And then I write wrong address on it. This is not the wrong address. It's the wrong addressee. I think I'm just gonna complete this treasury because I could use some loot. Sure, regen per second. I could be persuaded there. Write return to sender on it. Okay, I can do that. I really don't want to have to call and wait on the line for like hours with the Canada Revenue Agency only to be like, hey, no, I don't have a problem. You know, if you have a problem with your taxes, press 1. If you don't have a problem with your taxes, stay on the line. Someone will be with you at their leisure when their 17-hour lunch break is over. Give me that defense, man. We just need raw stats for the time being. And then I'll just be like, hey, I don't really know how to deal with this one, but blah, 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 blah. Anyway. I want that HP immediately. Yeah, I think we should just move, honestly. Maybe just moving is the play. First time it happens, I return it, then I just throw it out. I mean, I'm getting close to that. I'm not gonna deny it. Okay, that was good healing. The question is, are we gonna live? And the answer is like, no. So, I think that we should embrace the fact that we're not going to live and flee. And I think we should use our skulls. Yeah. I don't mind using this. Maybe it's not optimal, whatever. We're going to retreat because otherwise we would die for sure. And then we're going to go to our supply board and oh my god, check this out. It's a freaking bed. Plus 1 HP for passing through the campfire, but max HP is lowered 2% from the base amount. I don't mind that. 10% chance to receive a ration after killing a rat wolf, plus 5 damage to rat wolves. Okay, toss it on there. Raises the chances of finding a rare item by 10%. That's pretty nice. Give me 2. Oh, we don't have enough unlocked yet. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And then, do we have anything to build? We could build a farm. We can build a mud hut. Can't quite... Oh, can't we craft... Oh, you know what? Bed becomes 1 wood, 6 copper. Yeah, okay. Dismantle it. That's not a great resource, but doesn't that give us enough to then build our intel center? I might be the smartest person on planet Earth. Here's what we've managed to learn. The world consists of darkness and fragments of your memories for a quite short period of time. Nothing is stable. But this is not completely true. It would be much easier if everything wasn't so shapeless. Alright, what do you do? Encyclopedia. Unlocks the desert and sand dune cards. Unlocks the ability to add gold cards to your deck. Okay, take me back out. I'm gonna stay as the warrior just because I understand them, but we're gonna remake our deck here a little bit. Desert. Desert heat burns everything in its path, not only you. Lowers every creature's HP by 0.5. And then I would like to click on sand dunes. Ancestral crypts. Plus 3 HP for every enemy with a soul killed. Removes HP bonus from armor. Grants you 1 resurrection after hero's death. Okay, take all these out for a second. Honestly, I have not been thrilled with wheat fields. Straight up. So I think we will do village. I like Grove, Blood Grove. Like, I think that's fine. Chrono Crystals combined with Meadows are very nice. So, Meadows have to... they don't have to be in the deck anymore. I feel like I still want Rocks and Mountains. Maybe that makes me a coward, but... And I want the Vampire Mansion as well. Like, I'm very... And maybe give me the Spider Cocoon. And send me. Did he try deserts once? I literally just got him. He's never tried deserts once. They just showed up. Yeah, plus I've tried them just in my off-camera save file. I'm trying to keep, you know, like the variables as consistently as possible for now. Like I want to move like a couple of variables around each time that we lose. I don't want to completely like blow up the spot because then I don't know what I can contribute to that. Hold on. I mean, I'm having trouble understanding the idea of how everything loses HP would affect me. Or would benefit me, I should say. Like, I do understand that it also affects enemies. But what's the actionable, like, what's the play there, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Take evasion instead. Enemies die faster, Blood Grove will eat them faster. I think we want it right. Yeah, this will work. And then we'll go 3 by 3 like that. You can also heal and they can't? Okay, that's true. That is true. The Miner's Pick. +1 pebbles while passing through campfires. I guess if you went with like a heavy crit build or something like that, I could see that as well. Necro has Bubble Shield. Now we're talking. Okay, now I see some value there. The Necro having low HP and a Bubble Shield reducing max HP is not that bad because they die super quick anyway. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. I think we need to get some, like, in order for my morale in this game to not sink to 0, we need to get, like, some momentum going. I may just no life the warrior until we at least see the second boss, rather than constantly, like, character shuffling over and over. You know, anytime you're playing a roguelike, I don't want the ability for your brain to take throughput the throughput of your brain to take information in is, well, for me, it's not what it used to be. I'm not gonna worry about a treasury, you know, a treasury C play here. I'm just gonna try to get loot as fast as possible. Can you explain the synergy? Well, the synergy would of the treasuries or the synergy with Necromancer. The idea would be that Necromancer losing HP doesn't matter that much because you're usually dead if your Bubble Shield pops anyway. So taking away your enemy's HP will affect them more. Haven't placed a Grove yet. We could create super spider cocoons. I don't really want to yet though. I think we need to place that next to forest. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Let's keep working on this mountain for now. Yeah, can we get Mangini plus HCJ Damario in chat, please? That's Mangini plus HCJ Damario. Actually, I feel like if we're gonna... We don't really have problems living in the early game. So I wonder if there's a beauty... or a good reason, shall we say. first goblin camp? To waiting to pop the treasury until you're like a little bit later in. You know, until you maybe, like waiting until you need some loot desperately. I do like that 3 parts Invicta emote. The metal hands with the face palming. 10% evasion, nothing wrong with that. You miss out on gargoyles if you do it like that? What's the benefit of gargoyles? Beyond the standard, like, you know, they drop loot. More XP and more loot. Come on, man. I mean, that was level 5 shield, so I'm not upset, but it took a little while. They drop better loot than slimes. Okay, good to know. Well, as soon as we get a rock, we can pop this treasury. This level 1 weapon makes me a little upset, but that's okay. I'm gonna follow Apollo's advice and nuke bandits. Like, if you're ever in doubt of, like, if you need a shorthand for how to play a game, I think it's always good advice to just do whatever Apollo tells you he's gonna do. Because he's got a brain for game systems, I think. He figures out, like, the leverage that you can get on them more quickly than I do, and then I can put my pride to the side and maybe learn, you know, learn something that would have taken me a lot longer to learn ambiently. So I am going to go with Ransacked Village. It's a little dangerous, I'm not going to deny that. And, you know, I think some spider cocoons at this corner is okay. Give me the treasury. I didn't mean for that to be a meadow, I meant for that to be a mountain, but that's okay. Level 3 ring. Still no good weapons, but it is what it is. And then give me a quest right away, please. And then I'm going to obliviate the bandit camp. I mean, these were solid plays here. Except for the misplaced meadow, which we can still get an adjacency bonus with a rock right here. Like, that was a good return on our investment. I think. I just need a new weapon, please. If I could just receive a single new weapon. Still using level 1 weapon on loop 4. I'll take a super mountain. No harpy yet. This ransacked village is going to be a frickin' disaster, dude. Level 2 sword. Thank you, thank you. And then mountains around mountains. This is the whole reason we did this. The backseating's a little out of control. I will say, you know, I think that Loop Hero is one of those games, if you're a streamer that's like no backseating allowed, you might as well just stay away. I go through, you know, I go through periods where I'm more for it, and games where I'm more for it, and games where I'm more against it. In this one, I just kind of accept that, you know, it's the kind of game where when you make mistakes, they're readily apparent, so people are going to have strong opinions, and, you know, the game is popular and well-liked, so, it's, you know, it just kind of comes with the territory. This is a nasty fight. I think the thing is, there's like a give and a take with backseating. Like, I don't mind reading the backseating, but if it's not implemented, like, straight away, where I get annoyed is when it's repeated, like, 75 times. Because then I'm like, well, the only way to, like, make you happy is to, like, why don't I just give you the stream key at that point? But apart from that, I feel like most people, pretty reasonable about things. You mind setting it back to Calibri? At everyone's leisure, yeah. Defense is increased by 1 after each loop. 10% chance to keep the card after placing its tile. 1 defense per loop. It doesn't seem like that much, because we're at 20 right now. So we would get 4 extra out of that. It's not so bad. Keeping a card doesn't mean that much to me. I think I'm gonna do a restock here. It's plus 20%. Yeah, but it's only plus 20%, like, for now. That percentage will go down in all likelihood as time goes on, I think. So give me another chance. More damage per potion used. Yeah, I mean this is the only one that actually like benefits us right now. Because I'm not too worried about resources having just spent them. So I mean, you know, damage for every potion used. 18 to 26. So if we've used 4 potions, maybe. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it seems fine. What is the... Oh, because they're enraged? Or living has a soul encouragement. What's the, like, the red adornment at the left of their health bar? Thank you, Blood Grove. Oh, that's because they're in the Blood Grove. That makes sense. Alright. We lose regen but gain magic damage? I say no. Yeah, and keep eating those potions. There you go. Extra regen, extra attack speed. It's gonna be a little tight. No guarantees of survival here, but we're giving it our best. We're out of potions, and we literally just walked past the campfire. That's a little dangerous, but you know what? We do have some. We have some plays here. We got Oblivion, which we don't need to use right away. I'm not too worried about the spiders. I think you gotta, maybe in the future, get rid of those goblin camps. Evasion versus regen? No, we gotta keep that regen for now. This doesn't bother me. That's just gonna be raw damage. Rocks keep going around for even more maximum HP. Even though maximum HP is not really our problem right now. Regen's helpful. 282, that's just better, okay. And then we got healing because we equipped a new item, which we may have to do just for our own survival here. There you go. Just start wiping enemies, please. I really don't want to lose that regen per second, though. You know what? This, we get a little heal out of that. Then, a little heal out of this. Then, give me the evasion. Take a little heal out of that. And then take a little heal out of this. Okay, so we swapped 4 swords. Just, I don't even know. We probably healed for like 5. We are still alive, though. It's not looking great. Day is not even close to over. More regen, please. More regen. How much time we got? Oh, we're going to pass through a village? That's wonderful news. We should get more meadows down. I wish we didn't, like, have to, but I definitely do feel like it would be relevant, unfortunately. We don't have to leave yet. We get a lot of regen here. The day's about to tick. Okay, new quest. These are two ghosts. Am I nervous about 2 ghosts on 125 HP? You know, that's a good idea right here. That's a good idea. 2 harpies. They have very high evasion. Day's about to tick. We're at 169. This is not the way I want to do this. I'd rather use this on the goblin camp. But I'm gonna make myself live a little longer. I'll fight a slime and a gargoyle. Still might be a little tough. It's better regen. I think I gotta go with that for now, just to have some sustain. Armor. Worse. But we would get a temporary benefit. I was really hoping that these would not live. Like, we would get another Oblivion that we could maybe, like, pop on them. There's gonna be 5 enemies there. We just, you know, you gotta accept, you literally, sometimes you just can't live. You just can't live. I will retreat. We will lose some resources, but it is what it is. I think the retreat is necessary from time to time. If you can unlock the forest, it's very good. We need 1 something. We need 1 green orb. No, I didn't even know it existed. No harm, no foul. And we can't upgrade anything. 1 orb of evolution. These are just what the cards do. These are what the enemies do. Yeah, this is something typically I don't look at the Necronomicon too much or the Monster Manual. What about saving for a smith? What do we need for a smith? Or like a smelter? Or the upgrade for the smithy. Okay, hold on. The upgrade for the smithy requires a bunch of ore. A bunch of a lot of stuff we don't have, actually. That'll be... That's a distance away, but... I mean, I guess we'll just go out on another expedition.